Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. I am Murtuza Khadri and I welcome you all to Civil Sera. So as we all know that UPSC prelims examination has been done over with and most of you might be confused that will I be able to qualify for the mains examination, what would be the cutoff of this year prelims, and most of you might also be confused that I'm qualifying in one coaching institute's answer key but I'm unable to qualify in another coaching institute's answer key. So and so on and so forth. Along with this, few people might also have a confusion that they want to start for the mains examination, they want to start studying for the mains examination, but they don't know what would be the best strategy, how will they able to make the best use of the coming 90 days. So in this video, I'll be providing a very good strategy so that you will make the best use of these upcoming 90 days. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you will not miss the notification of our coming videos. And if you like the video, please do hit the like button, share among your friends and do comment on the video. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first and foremost confusion which you might have at this moment would be, what would be the cutoff? Will you be able to qualify or not? When would be the results out? And another major question which you might have is, I am unable to concentrate at this moment as few coaching institutes have given option A as for some question and few institutes have given option B as their answer. So now you are getting plus 3 or 4 marks in one coaching institutes and few plus or minus 3 in some coaching institutes. Now you are quite confused that will I be able to qualify or not. At this confusion, you are unable to concentrate. So first, let's discuss what would be the cutoff. What would be the cutoff? From my experience of 3 to 4 years in this field, so cutoff would be average, like last year's cutoff would be, it is similar to the last year's cutoff, which was 87 plus or minus 3 to 4 marks. So if you're getting anything above 83, 84, please do start the preparation, because even if you're getting 80 also, I'll suggest you to start the preparation, because as we all know that in the last year, more than 20 questions, more than 20 answer keys of the last year coaching institutes have been changed because UPSC has given different answer keys for those answers which have been mentioned by the coaching institutes. So please be aware, please be positive that you will be clearing the examination and be prepared. Don't waste these valuable days, because it will fetch you more marks in the results. This will able to get you in the list, right? So now the main question would be, sir, I am unable to concentrate because now I'm getting so much of stress because of these confusions. What would I do? Well, I'm getting so confused, I'm getting quite stressed at this moment. So my suggestion would be, always control the controllables. You can only control those things which you have in your hand. Now you have given the examination, now you have given the examination, you have marked the answers which you know at that moment. So leave the rest to the UPSC answer keys. So do not think about that. What you can do, what you can control is what the work in hand, right? You can prepare for the mains examination. Let me help you with a small story. That what happened, Buddha was moving from place A, let's place one place to another. Let's just consider that it is a place A and place B. So he was moving with his disciples from A to B. In the way, Buddha felt quite thirsty. He felt quite thirsty and he asked one of his disciple कि जाओ please, मुझे प्यास लग रही है, तो like go and fetch a pot of water for me from the nearby pond. And the disciple went to the pond. To the disciple's surprise, the villagers were washing their clothes in the same pond, and they were even cleaning their cattle in the same pond, and the water was quite muddy and it was unfit for drinking. And the disciple went back to Buddha and said the same. And after a few moments, Buddha sent the same disciple again, go and fetch the water from the same pond. And the disciple felt quite irritated that he's sending me again to the same pond to fetch the water from the same bowl. So to the disciple's surprise, this time the water was quite clear. It is quite clear and it is fit for drinking, and he fetched the water into a pond. He took the water and he went back to Buddha and gave the water. And Buddha asked, you said that the water is unfit for drinking. How come the water is clear now? How come it's so good now? So disciple said, you have done some magic. You might have done some magic due to which the water is quite clear. But Buddha said, it is not me. As the villagers went out and the cattle were down, the dirty water in the pond settled down and the clear water came up. So this is what you should do with your thoughts. All the negative thoughts should not be cared. They should you should not care for those negative thoughts or confusions which you have. What you can do is control the controllables. You can control the preparation. You can control what you can do in the coming 90 days. What you can do in the coming 90 days, how can you make the best of these coming 90 days, what you should study, that is your controllable or flow. That should you should focus on that, right? You should focus on that and let the clear water, let the positive thoughts in you come up and guide you throughout the guide you throughout the preparation. So now let's move forward. As we all know that approximately 90 days are there for your mains examination. How can you make the best out of it? How can you make the best out of those 90 days? Let's understand that, right? First and foremost would be approach. What should be my best strategy, and how should I manage the time in hand? How should I manage the time in hand? Strategy and the time management would be the main thing, like how should I start and all these kind of things. Now let's understand. Let's dive deep and understand what would be your strategy, right? First and foremost thing which you should keep in mind is back to basics, right? You should focus on the basics. What are the basics? What are the basics you can focus on the coming 90 days is syllabus. Go through the syllabus. Go through the syllabus. Read each and every point. Read each and every point or each and every sentence in the syllabus and try to brainstorm among it. Let us understand it with an example of secularism. If secularism is mentioned, then what are the different dimensions, like what can be a possible question on this keyword in the examination? You should analyze, you should think about it in the examination. What different dimensions can be added? What is the important news regarding that topic in the recent current affairs? You should think over it. And again, important thing is go through the previous year questions. Like on the same topic of secularism, what are the previous year questions? What kind of questions they have asked in the previous examinations or the previous UPSC means? What kind of questions they have asked? So what would this bring you is, it will give a brief idea. It will give a brief and a very good idea, like what would be the mindset of the UPSC and how the questions are coming in your examination, how the questions are coming. So in the same line, you will also be preparing for this year, like whichever the important secularism news is there or dimension is there, you might get a question on that, right? You should prepare like that. It will give a very brief idea about how should you prepare. And the next important thing, which the main focus would be limited resources. Like if for GS paper 1, if you are studying history, you should limit your resources. You should limit yourself to a one book or a one source, right? You should not keep on increasing, add on different sources, because that will add more burden on you. That will add more burden and it would not help you in the long run. You can't revise those at the last moment. So please do limit the resources. These are the basic important things which you should have in mind. Now the main important thing is, how should you manage time? How should you manage both optional as well as your GS papers? How should you manage? That is your main questions, right? So first, what would be the detailed plan is focus both on GS paper as well as the optional equally. What you should do, you should focus both GS as well as optional equally. And I say that optional you should give more preference as well for the starting 1 month. You should give more preference on the optional, because that will fetch you more marks. If you are scoring up more than 250 plus or around 300, you will be easily able to clear the interview. You will have more chances of clearing or getting the best possible rank which you have been aiming for. So you should focus both. You should, if you are studying for 10 hours, you should divide it into both for GS as well as optional. For starting 1 month, give more preference to optional. Make sure that you have a good command over that subject. Now the first half of the day, what should you do? The first half of the day, I tell you that you should go for your optional. You should study optional most of the time. If you are studying for 10 hours, give 5 hours for the optional or 4 to 5 hours for the optional. The same thing you should do is go through the syllabus, go through the previous year questions, analyze what kind of important topics they have asked in the previous years and what are the main areas from the syllabus where the questions are coming, which are the main areas from where the questions are coming. For example, whichever the optional would be, there are main important 2 to 3 key areas from where the question comes. So focus on that, right? Next important thing is read a source. read a source, a limited source which you have, or you might, if you have a notes, then go through that and analyze your thought process regarding the previous year questions, how the question are coming, how you should write an answer on the same topic. Just think. The main thing in the UPSC means is, first you should think, then you should write. What people do is they read the question, they start writing, then they start thinking. No, first think, then write. So you should think over the topic, what kind of answers you will be writing on the same questions from the previous year questions. And every day you should write 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 answers every day from the previous year questions. Write from the previous year questions only, from the topic which you read on the single day. So what this would do, this would provide you a very good notes at the end of 30 days, so that you will be you might have written very good answers for the 30 to 40 questions. Like most of the previous year questions, you might have written a very good answers for it. So this would help you for revision as well. So most of the topics, most of the important topics would be covered. You might have written a very good answer for it. You can revise those and you'll be able to produce very good answers in your mains exam. So this is the first tip. This is the main thing which you should do while you're preparing. On the second half of the day, what you can do is go through the GS papers, right? Study the GS papers for, let's say if you're studying for 6 hours, right? From the 10 hours you have given 4 hours for the optional, 6 hours, 3 hours go for the GS, right? First finish all the important topics for mains, like for example word history in history, and even governance topics. Finish all the governance topics. Current affairs from the mains perspective, finish. Disaster management and internal security, ethics paper, all these are the mains related topics. But first go through them, first read them, finish them, and then go for the prelims related. As you have studied it, what you need is the revision from the mains perspective. What are the important points you can jot down? What are the important points you can write in the answers? You can revise those things. What you have to do, first finish mains topics first. Mains topic you should finish first, then go for the prelims or like middle topics. For example, geography you might have studied for both prelims as well as mains, right? You might have studied for the prelims, then you can study geography later, but finish all the mains related, like recently stated international relations or internal security, disaster management. All these kind of topics you have to do first. Then, like in the 3 hours, first finish GS, then after that give 1 hour for writing answers. Every day write 4 answers. Every day write minimum 4 answers from the examination perspective. If you're writing a 10 marker question, try to write it in 7 minutes only. Give a timer. Even if at first 3 to 4 days or first 1 month you might not be able to finish a very good answers, but with the passage of time, with that discipline, you will be able to write very good answers. Even though starting it might be bad answer, but with the passage of time you will be able to write very good answers. Trust me, you have to do this. Trust me, this is the basic plan. What most of the students would do is, they don't think, they just follow, like they have to read, right? They have to accumulate more knowledge. But what I tell you, what is the main important thing which in mains that works is, first you should think what is the main important topics which they are asking. You should think about an answer, think about a topic, brainstorm about the topic, because this brainstorming will give you dimensions, right? This brainstorming will give you dimensions, ideas as well, so it will help you in the long run. So these are the basic important things which you should do. First think, then act. You should not act first, you should think first, then you should act. So this is the main important thing. And why you should write daily answers? Because that will help you to add more value, right? It will be able to add more values to your preparation, because you will be thorough. Like after studying for 3 hours on a topic, you can write an important answer from the previous year questions, or you can write any answers on the same topic, because that will bring you more confidence, right? I have written this answer, I know this much of content. If you don't know some of the important points or data, you'll be able to revise those topics on the same day. This will help you in having a confidence that I have did something, I have written answers, that there is a consistent improvement throughout your preparation, throughout your 90 days. So this won't come if you write weekly one test, right? So weekly one test you are writing, that confidence won't come. If you have to, if you want to ace mains, if you want to get very good marks in mains, you should practice daily. You should practice daily. That is what will help you. And after that, if every day 1 hour, every day I suggest you 1 hour for brainstorming on the essay topics, right? Pick an essay topic and try to brainstorm what are the best dimensions I can add in this essay. And even for ethics case study also, pick a case study, pick a topic and try to brainstorm, try to jot down some important points on the topic as well as on the case studies, or some of the important in ethics also, some of the important questions, like what are the different examples you can add in those ethics. So just think, brainstorm these things, because this will help you in adding, scoring more marks in essay and ethics. And don't forget to write one essay every week. And I suggest write 2 essays every week, but you should write. But before writing, just try to brainstorm, because ideas are very important. With practice you will write. If you are writing answers daily, right, you will able to write very good essay, but thinking is very important. So this is what the detailed plan I feel that you should be following. Right, now let's move forward. The next question is test series. Sir, which test series should I choose? Whether I should join a test series or not, like which one should I choose, what mentor should I choose, how should I choose a mentor? This is the main important things. First I suggest you is, you should understand what is the importance of test series. What is the importance of test series? Why should you join a test series? So the importance would be to acclimatize yourself, right? To make yourself feel that you are writing an exam, right? You can, as we all know that UPSC, you have to write every day you have to write 2 papers, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. You have to write 6 hours of examination. So it is quite physically challenging. So you have to acclimatize to the situation, that you have to get yourself acclimatized to the exam conditions. So, and you have to analyze yourself, like whatever the knowledge you have accumulated throughout the week, you have to test yourself in the weekend test, or whenever the tests have been arranged. So, right, you should test yourself, and it will also help you to improve the writing speed as well. So I suggest you to go for a test series, but practice daily answer writing, but you should go for a test series as well, because that will give you more confidence. Like you will be able to like test series answers are evaluated, right? They will be providing you a very good insights, like what are the important areas which you are lacking, and it will be helping you to improve throughout the 90 days. So do join a test series, write test series and analyze yourself. That is very important. So whichever you want, you choose. And the next thing is, which one should I choose? सर कौन सा टेस्ट सीरीज ले? बहुत सारे लोगों ने अपने अपने टेस्ट सीरीज डाल दिया है, तो मुझे ये लेना है, एक्स कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट का लेना है, वाई कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट का लेना है, तो क्या लेना है? तो आई सजेस्ट यू, बिफोर चूजिंग अ मेंटर और गोइंग फॉर अ टेस्ट सीरीज, थिंक ट्वाइस. तो आपको पहले जानना है कि क्या आपके शेड्यूल के साथ ये सारा मैच हो रहा है. विल लाइक इज द टाइम टेबल ऑफ द टेस्ट सीरीज इज मैचिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू योर शेड्यूल और स्टडी प्लान. फर्स्ट थिंक ओवर इट, पहले वो सोचो, फिर बाद में क्या करना कि अगर लाइक इफ द टेस्ट सीरीज एंड द शेड्यूल एंड इवन द मेंटर is compatible, like you are able to understand whatever he is guiding you, so then go for it. Once you have decided that you are taking the test series, there is no point in switching, right? Once you have once you have done it, don't change it in the middle. What most of the students I have been seeing is, पहले एक test series join कर लेते हैं, then they feel that they have joined a test series of X company or X coaching institute, and now they feel that Y coaching institute के questions बहुत भारी है. The questions of the Y coaching institutes are very good, so they tend to switch in the middle. So don't do that. First think twice before choosing. Once you have chosen, right, once you have choose X test series, then go for it. At the end of the preparation, you will be better than where you have started. So don't switch in the middle. It will be adding more pressure on your preparation only. So these are some of the important things which I feel that during test series which you should do, right? So now whatever I've told you right throughout will be, and I'll also provide you a detailed syllabus analysis of GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and I'll also try to bring up a previous year questions analysis as well. Like we'll be providing we'll be discussing like GS 1K important previous year questions also I'll be discussing in this channel. So please do subscribe. So now what we analyze, what we have to do now is analyze first. I have told you earlier, first analysis is very important from your syllabus as well as previous year question. Then read about the single topic, then write answers about the single topic and repeat. So analyze, read, write, repeat, revision. So revise it consistently. So do this thing consistently, because consistency will take you to those places where even confidence cannot, where even confidence or knowledge cannot. So do it consistently, keep on improving. That will help you in the long run. So I hope that you got to know what are the important things, how you should approach towards the mains examination. So don't think about will you be able to clear or not. You have scored 80 plus marks, right? You might have scored 80 plus marks in your GS. Then might have then it shows that you have studied really well for the prelims. You know the knowledge, you have the knowledge and all. So please do be positive and start your mains journey. Take a test series or start your mains preparation, because that will help you to add more confidence. And in the next year, even though if you haven't cleared prelims this year, in the next year's prelims, in the next year's mains, you will be able to do well. You will be far more ahead of your competitors. So that is how you should approach. So that is what your mindset should be. So do it consistently, do these things very consistently, and I'll also be there to help you guys. So thank you really for watching this video. I hope the video is useful. So till then, take care, bye bye, see you in the next video.